All right, folks. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? We back at it. It's Monday night. You know what that means. I am your host, Federal Ranga. This is the draft, which stands for That's Real as Fuck, though. Where, basically I touch on several subjects, whatever the fuck crossed my mind because I don't give a shit. I was having a very cool discussion with one of my fellow castmates on the Speak Up Network, specifically my man Noir Intellect. And if you're not already, make sure you go follow the Speak Up Twitter, which is at Speak Up PC. I say the link is in the description, but I don't know how the fuck to put that on. We good. But yeah, follow at Speak Up PC. And he said that he'll be tweeting, a lot of, black first. To which my ass replied, in a nutshell, the fuck for? It's like I don't place too much stock in being the first black anything because I would definitely say that number one, it meant more back in a time when blacks weren't allowed to do shit. But considering that now that's not the case, for what? Like, I don't really give a shit if you are the first, if you're not the best. And some people will probably tell me, oh, it's easy to make that type of statement about how race doesn't matter in those type of scenarios when the dominant race, call it what you will, is taking up all those slots of first, and the best. Like, but for me, that's what it all comes down to. Who did shit the best? Like being the first black something to me is not like being the first motherfucker to report some shit on social media. Like nobody gives a fuck about being correct or being proper. It's about, oh, I was first. I get tired of seeing these memes all the goddamn time. Oh, first black doctor to perform a heart transplant, first black doctor to do this, or first person to invent solar panels in some third world country, some bullshit. It's like, yo, that's cool for the act. I don't give a fuck about the race. Now Noir explained to me that I'm probably in the minority, and you know what? I probably fucking am. I don't even mind doing that. Then it went to a whole nother thing, right? Where we talked about, black influence on other black people and that, you know, race plays a role. I don't want to misquote him, but I believe it has very little role in the decisions that we make as far as seeing people who look like ourselves to go get inspired to go do some shit. Because back when we weren't allowed to do shit, an interest, the challenges, the outcome, and then I guess the fact that there was no black version of this whatever the hell we were trying to get into existed. So yeah, of course, at that point, let's take sports for example. Basketball, invented by a white guy in Georgia. At least I think it was Georgia. Peach basket tied to a pole, boom. Nothing but white folks playing the game of basketball. We don't even know what the fuck they was getting paid and shit like that. But some black guys saw an opportunity and went through whatever challenges they had to face to get into that sport, which we now fucking dominate. We don't control the shit, but we dominate it. Um, Noir has said to me in the private conversation that we had that he has his own testimonies of how seeing people that look like him played a role, significant or otherwise, in decisions that he made for his own life. There are a lot of people out there that do that. And at first, my argument was that nobody really does that shit. But that's stupid to say, obviously. But my thing is that for it to be implied that that plays a huge role, I would say that it's second to last as far as, importance. Because for me, that shit don't matter. If I'm interested in something that I don't see other people that look like me doing, the fact that there are people that don't look like me in whatever field of interest I have is not going to deter me, especially now that most of the adversities that were, let's just call it the wrongs of the past don't really exist like that anymore. Like, yeah, there's still some racism and shit going on for certain things, but for compared to back when our parents and grandparents were coming up, hell no. A person, a person being black in a field of interest that I have does not make or break. Let me rephrase that. Does not increase or decrease my level of interest and my curiosity. And maybe I'm a reverse unicorn, some shit. There's been almost nothing, a keyword almost, there's been almost nothing that our people do as a people that makes me want to go do some shit. Just being honest. You know, like some things are just pure coincidence. I rap. I don't make music, but I rap, I battle rap. When I first started battle rapping, for example, I don't do it anymore. Most of the people I saw battle rapping were white. But hip hop in general is a predominantly black culture, if not just a black culture that other people can get involved in. But I can rap. I like rap music. But if all the rappers that ever rap were all a bunch of crack ass crackers, like I'd still feel the same about my love of rap and music in general. You know, like I'm not a fan of fucking opera or gospel music. And black people, we kill gospel. We're the shit at that. That's all the fuck we had. All things considered from our history here in the States. But someone being black does not get, you know what? I'll give a great example of this. If you've ever been out in any major metropolitan city and you've seen the purple and gold wearing Israelite ass niggas with the speaker getting mad at white people that's walking by and trying to get you to listen, my brother, bean pie, whatever, or the fruit of Islam, I'm finna catch so much flack for this shit. Does the fact that they're black take away from the fact that you don't want shit to do with what the fuck they talking about? Nah. Would you be inclined more to listen, I guess? For some people, I guess, but me, no. I will say this. Ultimately, race plays a role depending on what field of interest you're trying to get into. Real shit. Like, if you're black and you want to get into NASCAR, a predominantly white sport, I don't think the fact that, you know, okay, I'm gonna make a bold statement. I would say that seeing other black people in a field of interest that you have doesn't help with interest, but does ease the discomforts of being the minority in that field of interest. When Jackie Robinson, rest in peace to him, okay, went to go play Major League Baseball, it was just him. For whatever reason, he wanted to shatter the color barrier and get involved with baseball. I'm pretty sure we've heard the story a million times. That's his story. But for those that want to play baseball now, if we use the sports as an example, for those that want to play baseball now, it's at this point that seeing people that look like you, people of color, or I'm gonna say black folks that want to play baseball now, or color people that want to play baseball now. Seeing people that look like you does not make or break interest, but it does assuage, you know, concerns of how comfortable you are with whatever you got to deal with, being the minority in that field of interest. With my current line of work, it's a couple niggas there. I ain't finna hold you. It's a couple niggas there, but them being there doesn't make me feel, you know, more certain about the choice that I make, because ultimately these people, my people around me, can't do the shit I got to do to keep me involved in that field of interest I jumped in for me. They can't do it for me. No matter how comfortable it makes me that they're there, no matter how much easier it may feel to see people like myself in a place that I am, they can't save me. Not saying that they should, but they can't. Right? I would say it goes like this. As far as, seeing folks that look like yourself in a place you wanna be involved in. Interest, challenges, outcome, race. Now, depending on what you're trying to get into, race may go up, but I don't think it's ever the top thing that determines the influence on your decisions. Now, I want to venture to one other part of this that's kind of scary, the for niggas only mentality. On some I'm voting for whoever's black, or I side with my people type shit. For something that's like insignificant, like, well, the Grammys, the Oscars, the Emmys, shit like that. Hell yeah. That don't mean a goddamn thing. Like, yeah, you can hit the polls, vote, whatever, boom. No harm in that. But then you take that to a larger scale with something like the recent presidential election, where the Harris Biden ticket, which there are a lot of black folks calling it that, because we know niggas didn't vote for Biden. They voted for Kamala Harris. There's niggas out there selling shirts right now that say Harris Biden. Because fuck this dude. It's like, now you're slipping into dangerous territory. Because now it's all about, okay, are there benefits to seeing people in places that look like you that inspire you to do better? Yes. In fact, Noir actually showed me um, uh, an article, I think of 2009, about people, African American students' grades in regards to test taking, and how they closed the gap between themselves and white counterparts after Obama became president. That's fucking amazing. It is. Fast forward to 2020 now, where you got folks who literally would vote for someone just because they're black, not giving a damn about their background, their policies, where they stand on shit. It is like, she's black, he picked her, boom. Put this in your mind for a minute. Imagine if Joe Biden did not pick Kamala Harris to be his vice president, his running mate, and picked a white woman. There is a good fucking chance that the people that voted for this man just because she was on a ticket probably would not have voted for him if they voted at all. And we looking at another 4 years of Donald fucking Trump. Let that shit sink in for a minute. This might be two totally different topics, but that shit's scary to me. But scary might be a poor term use. That is a dangerous thing. I'll say that. That's a dangerous thing. That's pretty much where I stand on it, man. Like, you ain't gotta like it, but that's real as fuck, though. Moral of the story: race absolutely plays a role in the decisions that we make as far as black people. When we see other black people in places that we want to get involved in, it does help. It does. But on some make or break shit, fuck no. And I stand on that. Hell no. And if you're gonna go on some I'm doing it because niggas is here type shit, if that's not something you want to be involved with, then don't let the fact that there are other people that look like you in that field of in a field. I don't want to say field of interest. Don't let seeing if you're black and you're watching, don't let seeing niggas that look like me in a place that you ain't got no fucking interest in, no knowledge of, compel you to go. I'm gonna go get involved in that because there's niggas over there. It's like, nah, them niggas over there for a reason. Don't see me somewhere and be like, I want to do that too. You can say I can do that too. That's okay. But to be some I want to do that too, bro. It's a lot of motherfuckers that look up to Oprah don't want to get into Oprah's line of fucking work because there's only one fucking Oprah. Oprah did so much shit to become Oprah. Same way Bill Gates did so much shit to become Bill Gates. False equivalence, sure, but you get the point. If you want to get involved with something and it genuinely interests you, if seeing other people in your field of interest helps make you comfortable with going that direction or inspires you to do something, no problem. But for whatever reason, race is going to play a role in your decision making, call a spade a spade. Because it's not always going to be this niggas that I could do it too. Because whatever you're interested in, you might be more qualified than the other race that's doing the shit you want to get involved with now. Like, it could be a chance that that brother you see doing something that you want to do ain't qualified to do what the fuck you plan on doing. But because he's there, you know you do it. You been knew you could do it. Probably. Maybe it incentivizes you getting involved in certain fields. Who knows? Have to talk to some of y'all about that. What do y'all think? Like, what ultimately makes you want to get involved in something that caught your attention? How much does race play a role in what you decide to do? Or even if let's say we were all the same race, then what would we have after that? That's just something that just bothered the fuck out of me. And then back on the original topic, does the first black matter or does the best matter? I don't want to be known as the best black anything. I want to be the best at whatever the fuck I do. Look at Superhead, man. Like, you think Superhead is known for Superhead being the best black dick sucking? No, just suck the best dick. That's what the fuck she says she does. If she's gonna do something, she's gonna be the best at it. Go watch that Vlad interview. It's funny as fuck. Keep the same energy, man. I'm fed. I'm out. We'll see you guys later on this week. Don't forget to tune in to the Speak Up Network here on the Facebook page and the YouTube channel. Catch me and my phone Ho out here on Fridays at 9 o'clock or sometimes 10 or later, depending on how, freaky shit gonna get when we telling these stories and giving out these lessons. I've been fed. It's been real. And if you disagree, I don't give a fuck. That's real as fuck, though.